Finish what you start. Finish what you start. Every endeavor, every undertaking that we or any person takes involves a start and a finish. Finish what you start.
What's going on, family, and welcome to the neighborhood. Welcome to Happy Hood the podcast. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray, and I want to thank you for tuning in for another edition of Happy Hood the podcast. You have truly came at a wonderful, wonderful time. This is our 7 steps to finish what you start. 2022 reflection. This is where I take a moment to really reflect, really begin to calibrate and think about what I did this year, what I learned this year, and this 7 steps is truly, I think, is really going to help you to develop this lifestyle of finishing what you start. So before we get into that, again, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for your support. I want to thank you for hitting that like button right now and subscribing if you haven't already. I want to thank you for sharing this with your closest friends, co-workers, family members, what have you. I just want to say thank you for your support throughout 2022. We done some amazing things this year. We put out over, I think over 50 episodes this year. And this episode here, right here, is episode 99. I got 99 problems, and the episode ain't one. So episode 99, we end the year on 99. Now you may be saying, hey, why didn't you do 100? And you want to. I want to keep that hunger. Yeah. I want to stay hungry. I want to stay hungry. I want to stop at 99. Because once we get to 100, we're just going to keep on going. We take a moment to reflect and celebrate, but we're going to keep going. We're going to keep going. So, this is such a special, special episode that you have decided to tune in. So, again, thank you if you're new to the neighborhood. And thank you if you just, hey, a continuous neighbor, right? You already, hey, I've been here, man. I live here. I want to thank you truly for your support. And on that note, as we are in the season of giving, I want to provide to you a gift. And that is on our merchandise. I finished what you started merchandise. I'm wearing a hoodie right now. We also have different t-shirts as well as all our merchandise. We are providing a discount to our neighbors. You can go to www.happyhood.com. You see it right there on the screen, HAPI hood.com if you're listening to this through one of our other podcast platforms. But our discount code is FWYS15. Again, it's FWYS15, and you're going to receive 15% off on all our merchandise. And this is just a way for us to say thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you for helping us out. Thank you just for sharing, for liking, for being here, right? For your feedback, for your comments, right? I'm truly, truly appreciative of this neighborhood. This is truly a calling. So this is just us saying thank you. So go ahead while supplies last. Okay. So let's get into it. Boom, boom, boom. I'm feeling good, y'all. I'm feeling good. This 7 steps finish what you started this year. I mean, as I was just kind of preparing my notes and just kind of going over everything, it really it resonated with me, fam. It really did. And again, let me just kind of provide some context, right? 7 steps to finish what you start is, as I provide this to you, this is not in any type of sequential order, right? This is not, do step one, do step two, and then boom, you arrive. No, you may, as you hear these 7 steps, and each step, you may be already at 4, right? You may be at 4 and need to do step 2, right? You may be at step 2 and need to go to step 7, or you may need to go back and do step 4 again. right? So this is truly designed, right? This is designed to develop in you and myself a practical mindset around finishing what we start. Finishing what you start, right? Stop starting and start finishing. Start finishing. So, one thing I also want to provide as we take a deep dive here is this 7 steps to finish what you start this year. If I had to kind of group this into a theme, right? It's going to be around vision. It's going to be around vision, and I provide a little bit, and I'll provide to you a little bit wise, right? Number one, with this year, as you know, and if you haven't already, go back and hear our previous episode around my word for the year, which was clarity. This year, with me practicing clarity, I had to really go back and really make sure I had a vision that I was grounded into, right? I was able to understand and really get an insight into how I'm driving my vision. Where do I need to continue to refine my vision? Where or how to protect and maintain my vision? So, no matter what season that you may be in as relates to your vision, meaning if you just started in walking into your vision, your business, your family, right? Whatever that may be, your career, I believe this is going to speak to you. I believe it's going to help you to understand how to maintain it, how to protect it. And if you may be in a season where, you know what, I had a vision 2 years ago, but that vision now is truly obsolete. And I need a fresh new vision. I think this is going to also help to spark that creativity in you, to help you get a vision, to help you to write a vision, right? To help you start to think about your vision, right? So let's get into it. Come on. Boom, boom. I say let's get into family. If you can't see, I'm super excited because this has been in me and I need to get it out. I need to get it out. I need to release it. 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 That's one thing about these reflection. These reflection episodes was just I need to release this. I need to get it out, right? And really plant this seed. And hopefully again, I pray this will speak to your journey and truly allow you to see the calling that you have on your life. Okay. So with that context, you got the backdrop. Okay, think about it in the way of vision, right? And hey, maybe you may think about it in a different way. This is just what was kind of, I don't know, God was putting on my heart, right? And again, these steps are what moments of my reflection, as well as moments and just thoughts I have been able to gather with my wife, my kids, my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my niece and nephews, like everything, close friends have truly. I take all those interactions, right? And me being that I'm very observant, I really try to jot it down and really, that spoke to me, right? And sometimes they know, sometimes they may not know, right? So I just want to thank all my family, thank all my close friends, and thank even people that's not close to me, people that I follow on online, so thank you. So let's get into it. I think the first thing, not I don't think, the first step of 7 steps to finish what you start is get a coach. Yeah, get a coach. Here's the reason why. You need help with your vision. It's simple as that, right? You need help with your vision. No matter if you have already set out a vision or you just starting out, you need someone that will help you to provide a very unbiased opinion. Because as entrepreneurs, as mothers, fathers, you know, co-workers, we become very emotionally tied to the things that we develop, that we create, that we build. And it's a very natural feeling, right? It's something that you did, right? It's something that you was able to conceive and believe, right? So it's a natural feeling. However, what we need to do, or what truly impedes on us driving our vision, allowing our vision to come to life, is that we come wrapped up in the emotion of what we are doing, and we don't get valuable input. And again, I'm putting the emphasis on valuable. I'm not saying you go out and talk to your mama, your daddy, your brothers and sisters talking about your vision. Yeah, they're gonna say, man, that's good. Man, that's good right there. That's good. Like, bruh, sis, we come on. We need unbiased opinions. And that's what a coach is going to do. It's going to give you unbiased opinion. I had to get a coach this year, you know, and she really helped to drill in me, like, what's your why? Like, what are you doing? She helped me to address some areas where, yeah, I need to refine this, right? I need to refine, like, what do you truly are saying? What do you truly are going after? You know? So I again, go get a coach, provide expertise, provides unbiased opinion, and able truly to pressure test, especially if you are like, for myself, we've been doing this for a couple years, family. We've been doing this for a couple years. And one thing that really helped me is that I'm at a moment where I need truly, can I be transparent? Is this a hobby or a business? Mm. Sometimes you come, not sometimes, you will come to that intersection, that fork in the road, that you got to say, okay, you want to do a hobby? You want to do, every now and then, you want to you do a hobby? That's cool. Okay, that's cool. Hobbies are good. If you got a hobby, hey, more power to you. Or are you looking to build a 7-figure business? Okay. If you're doing that, you're going to need expert advice, and you're going to need people that's going to challenge your thinking. It's going to provide accountability to you. Okay. It's going to help you get crystal clear on what you are going after, right? Clarity, right? Think about that, right? Think about that. Clarity. Get a coach. Invest back into your business. Invest into yourself, right? Even if hey, Jay Murray, I don't have business. Okay, go get a coach that can help you with your career. Go get a coach that can help you with your personal development. Go get a lifestyle coach that can help you around your health goals, right? All those individuals can help you get to the area or to your destination. It can help to drive you. Okay. Get a coach. Step one. Number two of 7 steps to finish was you start. Protect your vision. Now, fam, I'm gonna take a moment here. I'm gonna sip on my tea, because I want to take my time here. I want to take my time of really, let's peel this back, right? Everybody don't need to know your vision. Okay. You need to stop sharing your vision with people. Now, let me tell you a story. And not really a story, just something that I had to become self-aware with. And it was, when I would tell my family, my close friends about, what I'm doing with Happy Hood, hey, we dropping this new clothing, or this new t-shirt, and whatever, right? We're doing this. My expectations was to think, or to receive, like, oh man, that's dope, man. Hey man, keep doing it. And when I didn't receive that at times, I would feel very defeated. I would feel like, well, maybe, yeah, maybe that ain't hot. Yeah, maybe that ain't the right idea. And family, let me tell you this. There are going to be moments as you drive your vision, as you go after your dreams and your goals, after you go after what I truly believe your calling that's on your life. Everybody ain't going to get it. Why? Because it's not a calling them. They wasn't called to that. They wasn't called to that thing that God put in you. So they not going to get it. Okay? So the early that we can accept that, the sooner that we can get over our insecurities, because in that what I was telling you is I was noticing that, and I became self-aware when I was telling my friends, my family about what I was doing. I was seeking validation. I was seeking validation. And it's like, yeah, they not supposed to get it. They not supposed to get it because it's not a calling on them. Right. And I had to think about this, right? And I'm just using this as an analogy, right? When I think about my wife and I, when we had our first child, Joy, you know, that first trimester, it was pretty much like with the understanding that, hey, we're not out the woods yet. Okay. You know, there's still a chance that things can start going down the wrong way. Right. And I think that's pretty much statistics, right? When you're in that first trimester, that you're not out of the woods fully. Okay. So we pretty much at that time, we didn't tell a lot of people. We told very, very close friends and family, right? We didn't, tell it, all until we knew, okay, you're out the first trimester. Now things are looking good and everything like that, right? I believe that's how we have to think about our vision, especially when it's in that infant stage, right? In that infant stage of, if you tell somebody your vision and the wrong person, and they project their failures, their experiences onto your vision, family, we run the risk of our vision dying. We run that risk of that because, again, as I said before, everyone's not going to get it. And that's totally fine because they not supposed to get it. They not supposed to get it. And you have to protect your vision. You have to protect and hold it, right? And hold it very tight. And maybe again, when you think about that first step, talking with your coach, talk to someone that has the expertise that can help you to push. I felt that to help you to push your vision out, to help you to push your vision out. Don't tell everybody your vision. You have to protect it. You have to protect your vision. That's what I'm saying. And even as you tell people your vision, and they like, you sure about that? I don't know what he or she doing. I don't know. They doing it. He doing that thing again. Or she doing that again. I don't know. They doing that, trying to open up another, do all this, blah, 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 blah. They not supposed to get it. Yeah, they gonna think you out of your mind. Yeah, they gonna think, oh, here we go. On on to one of your another schemes or one of your dreams again. Stop dreaming, man. Get a job. They not supposed to get it, family. Protect your vision. Okay. Let's go to step 3. Step 3 is, the spirit of this is endurance. Okay. Step 3 is able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. Able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. Family, let me say this. And I had to come to accept this, right? If your vision, and again, you can move vision, you can put your goals, your dreams, your passion, purpose, whatever. If your vision don't scare you, it's too small. It's too small. If your vision don't tap into or create some type of doubt, I'm not saying that you lead with doubt, your vision too small. Your vision too small. Your vision is going to stretch you. If your vision, and that can be a good, you know, test right there. If your vision is not stretching you, it's too small. It's too small. You got a little puny vision. If your vision don't require you to embrace some of your vulnerabilities, in my opinion, just my opinion, it's too small. It is too small because you got to think about this is a calling that's on you, right? I'm talking to the ones that you got to, I can put this, you know what that thing that be keep tugging at you, right? You know why you feel uncomfortable at work and with this other stuff because that's not your calling. And the only reason why you won't truly walk in that way is because you haven't truly addressed some of your vulnerabilities. And I got this family from, and this again, this is when I talk about early of creating this list and the influence that I'm able to get from others. So I'm doing yoga. Shout out to Peloton. I'm doing yoga, and the guy, the yoga instructor, he says this a lot. He said, "Hey, I make suggestions, you make decisions. You know, understand what is discomfort to you and what may be pain. Okay, because what may be discomfort, truly discomfort, you could believe that's pain. You could perceive that as pain. What you talking about, Murray? It can be your insecurities, as I said before, your insecurities, and it makes you very uncomfortable. But yet you would say it's too painful. And what you have to learn in this step here is how to build endurance. When you're feeling discomfort, as we know, and I've said this, you breathe into it, right? From a yoga practice, you breathe into it. You bring oxygen to that area to help maybe that muscle to expand, right? For able to allow you to stretch a little bit more, to go a little bit deeper in that particular pose. Now, if you're feeling pain, please, let's stop, right? Let's stop, right? And let's either address that with someone. That pain could be some triggers, some trauma, but start to distinguish, am I truly feeling pain or is it discomfort? Because pain a lot of times will be disguised by fear, insecurities, loneliness. It can be disguised in those ways, and it will prevent you from moving further. It will prevent you from moving further, but is it truly discomfort? Let me feel a little bit uncomfortable. Let me breathe into this. Okay. All right. Imposter syndrome trying to show up, let me, yeah, feeling a little bit discomfort. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Because again, if your vision doesn't scare you at times, if your vision doesn't require you to embrace your vulnerabilities, to stretch as you being stretched, it's too small, family. It's too small. Okay. That's quick recap. Quick recap. You enjoying this? You enjoying this? Hey, do me a favor. If you're enjoying this, make sure you share this with somebody. Share this with somebody right now. Okay. That would truly benefit from it. So the first step is, as we said, get a coach. Second one is protect your vision. And third is able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. I didn't put the parentheses there, but hey, endurance, develop endurance. Okay. Step four. Step four of 7 steps of finish what you start is learning Learn how to pivot. Pivot. You like that? Pivot. And what I'm calling this, or the spirit of this, is fail fast. In the book Creative Confidence, the author Tom Kelly and David Kelly, Tom says this. He says, "Fail early, fail often, in order to succeed sooner." He says, "Fail early, fail often, in order to succeed sooner." In your approach, as you drive to your goals, as you drive to your vision, you're going to hold tight to those things. Okay. Let's hold tight to those things. Let's be grounded in those things. However, strategies, the tactics, those will change. And when you think about it, they have to evolve because you're learning. And as you learn, there's gonna be times where, yeah, you fail. You fail fast. And you learn how to pivot. Okay. Learn how to pivot. And what you're doing, you continue to iterate. That's an iteration right there. Right? And you just continue to improve as you go, as you go, as you go, because you continue to move. You're learning how to pivot. You don't get emotionally tied to a process, to a thing, to a resource. Right? This is that's another area of this is what what I really want to convey is learning how to pivot, learn, okay, yeah, I'm getting emotionally tied to that, and I keep getting the same results. Let me tweak it. Let me change some things, right? And through that process, it's okay if you fail. Fail fast. Fail fast. This is a muscle that I'm truly, and I'm gonna be transparent, family. I want to teach this to my kids, and I have to learn it too because I think it's just in our culture, it's in our school system, our educational system. It's like you fail, you pass. F, you got an A, right? And again, we reward those that make good grades, that pass, and we look at those that don't. It's like, you're a failure, you didn't get it, right? We have really taken it out of context and made failure as this negative thing. But truly, failure can be so beautiful because you're actually learning. Yes, you are learning. You are improving. And you learn how to pivot, right? And that quote from Tom Kelly, it speaks to me because fail early. Don't Yeah, we ain't waiting to have all this stuff together. Fail early. And then he says, fail often. That is counterculture, right? Fail often in order to succeed sooner. It's not in order to succeed sooner. You're learning, you're pivoting. Failure is part of the process. It's part of success. It is part of success. Fail fast. Fail fast. Okay? That's number 4. Number 5, ask for support. Number 5 of 7 steps to finish with your star, ask for support. Now, family, this area right here, it kind of, as I was thinking about this and putting this together, I feel like I can kind of put this to, or kind of tie this or marry this to step 3, right? It's almost like a extension of that, right? And I'll provide some, the context around that. But this was truly an area for myself that I had to, one, become self-aware that I had some vulnerabilities and some insecurities around asking for support. And it was funny because I was scared and afraid of rejections. Well, yeah, man. I was afraid of that. I was afraid of the no's, right? I was afraid of the no's. I was afraid of like, huh? I was afraid of I don't have time. I was afraid of like, why are you asking for me for support? Why are you asking for me for support? I was afraid of like, what are you like, dude? I was afraid of that. To when I had to really step out of my comfort zone. And I again I appreciate what I did. And this is why this year was such a wonderful year because it stretched me. I was stretched this year. We did our first inaugural finish what you start 5K run and walk. Never have done that before. And I was doing that, because I wanted to put together a wonderful event, right? A wonderful event that really illustrates us as a purpose driven lifestyle brand. Okay. But secondly, it was me developing these soft skills around commitment, tenacity, around endurance, right? Of as I went out to get sponsors and even reached out to people on IG, and it's okay. Some people follow back up with me, some people didn't. And I learned to how to flow with it. Okay, no, okay, thank you. I'm go someone else. You know, I learned how, you know what? Let me ask for support. And in this, let me make sure you get understand because it's not just getting over your fears and just saying, hey, let's ask for support. And that's number one. Number one, raise your hand up and say, hey, I need help. Okay. We can't overlook that. All right. But it was also what I learned is how to practice this. How, when I mean how to practice, like take it a step further. Provide details to individuals on how they can support you. In other words, be very specific to what you need support in, right? What you need support in. So when I send out text messages around the race, hey, I need you to do four things. I need you either sign up for the race, I need you to donate to the race, I need you to share it with your friends, I need you to volunteer. Here's four ways that you can support me. You got four options. Thank you. Ask for support. As you go through your your journey, as you go through your as you go through the seasons of going after your goals, after going after your vision, as you go and drive your vision. And as I said before, you think about that again, step three of distinguishing between pain and discomfort. Family, I was very uncomfortable doing that. I was very uncomfortable doing that. But I had to embrace that vulnerability. And after what, I started enjoying it. I started to enjoy it. You gotta know, okay, go to the next one. I go to the next one, right? There's a Japanese saying that says, fail seven, rise eight, right? Fail seven, rise eight. You have to continue to put in, right? You have to continue to put it in the work. And again, if your vision don't require you to address some of your vulnerabilities as you become stretched, it's too small. It's too small. You got to think big. You got to think big. You got to think big because there's a big calling on you. There's a big calling on you. And we have to learn these very common sense leadership skills, but yet we got to put them into leadership practice. And that is ask for support. Just ask for it. Oh, the worst they can do is say, no, I'm good. I'm like, all right. But I understand it's not that just that simple, right? Because we have to address certain things within ourselves. Rejection. There may be some trauma that some triggers that come from that. So I'm not just saying like, yo, just do it and everything will be all cool. No, this is why this is a practice, right? This is a practice. Because sometimes, like I said, you may be on step one, you may have to go down a step 5. You may have to repeat this. You may have to repeat this. Ask for help. Let people know how they can help you. Provide details. Provide options on how they can help you. And the first and foremost, just ask. Just ask. Let's do a quick recap. Number 1, get a coach. Number 2, of 7 steps to finish with your start, protect your vision. Number 3, able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. You can put a little parentheses if you're taking notes, endurance. And number 4 of 7 steps to finish with your start, learn how to pivot. And number 5, ask for support. Number 6, have a standard. Huh? Have a standard. Now, family, this one right here goes towards or just my lessons learned around my word for the year, and that's clarity. And with clarity, as I said before, I had to learn the practice of stillness, of consistency, and commitment. That commitment is the the underlayer of that, or the underlayer of that was me understanding, am I committed to my goals? Am I committed to my values? Right? And from that was, bruh, do you have a standard? Do you have a standard? Do you have a standard in the way that you do business? Do you have a standard in the way that you run your business? Do you have a standard in the way that you bring on guests? The quality of your work? Do you have a standard? Right? And again, it doesn't even have to pertain to business. Do you have a standard for yourself? Or do you allow others to just run all over you because you don't have standard, aka boundaries? And being that you don't have boundaries, you allow people just to do any and everything with you and to you. But when you have standards, you understand in the essence of your vision helps you to make decision making. It's like think about this from decision making, especially when we're in the phase. If I had to put this, and it's just on top of my head, driving our vision, right? Or even if you're creating your vision, what is your standard? What is your values, right? What is your values, family? I'll be honest with you. There were people that I interviewed this year on the podcast, or that reached out to me, that the standard of the interview wasn't up to the standard of what I'm doing, what I'm producing. It did not meet the standard. And again, I know that can sound very conceited. That can sound very like, who are you? You know what I'm saying? But you have to understand, I got a standard. I got a standard for myself, the values I have for myself, for my family, for my marriage. There's a certain standard that we set, that you have to set. And again, this can be counterculture. I don't care. That's culture don't set my standard. Okay. That's the first and foremost thing. Okay. That may mean you may need to maybe not necessarily I want to say it may require you. Let me say this. You may have to lose some friends over this. It's just like that's not my standard, or I'm not lowering my standard to please you or others. That's just not going to happen. I'm not lowering my standards to make you happy. That's not going to happen, right? Or to make others, the world, whatever the case may be. I'm not doing that because I have a standard in the way that I do. I have a standard in the way I do my business. I have to have a standard in the way that I view my marriage, my kids. There's a certain standard in the way that we do this, right? Because it helps you to maintain your vision. It helps you to understand how to make decision, gain clarity. Oh, that don't align with my standard. That doesn't align in the way that we do business. Yeah, that just doesn't align. Or yeah, that just yeah, I'm gonna need to do that over again because that's not my standard. And again, and I know this can I don't want to sound in the essence of perfectionist. I know that's not what I'm saying. And that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that setting a standard in the way you do things, right? Your vision, your family, yourself, setting that standard is going to help you to maintain your vision. It's going to help you to maintain your vision. And again, that may mean that you may need to reassess your standard, right? Because for whatever reason, it may have drifted off a little bit. Oh, let me push it, let me raise it back up. That may mean you need to unfollow some people. That's what I'm saying. Like I got a standard. I have a standard in the way that I protect my self-care. I have a standard in the way that my boundaries are set. That's this, and again, this is where you have to, I don't want to say have to, but this is where we start to really differentiate those that just, oh, I just keep doing the same thing I'm doing, keep just getting by, to those, okay, yeah, I'm being stretched, right? If your vision don't scare you, if your vision don't stretch you, it's little. And it may mean that you need to raise your standard up. Your standard too low. Your standard too low. It's that 3 star now. It need to come up to 5 or 4, right? You may be a 3 star and be satisfied. No, let's get that thing up to a 4. Let's get that thing up to a 5. That's our standard. That's what we do. This is where we are. We ain't doing this. This is where we do it at, right? Have a standard. Have a standard. Okay, we about to come to number 7. Let's quickly do a quick recap. Number 1, get a coach. Number 2, protect your vision. Number 3, able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. Number 4, learn how to pivot, fail fast. Number 5, ask for support. And number 6, have a standard. And number 7, here and there. I know, right? Find balance. Family, this is, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm still articulating this and I'm still gathering my thoughts on this. So just bear with me. But the spirit of this, of what I'm saying is this right here. Understand what got you here, right? We applause that, right? When I think about, hey, this is our 99th episode. I appreciate that. Now I'm grateful for that. However, that doesn't mean it's going to keep you here in order to get you there. Say that again. Understand what got you here. Commitment. Okay. Now, understand that is not going to keep you here. You may need to go up another degree in a commitment, right? When we think about the standard, you may have to raise your standard up a little bit when it comes to commitment in order to get there. In order to get there. What I'm looking to say here to again to expound on this a little bit more is finding a balance of where we don't develop a passive gratitude. We don't develop a passive gratitude that turns into complacency to where, yeah, we cool, we happy. Yeah, I am thrilled that I hit 99 episodes and we hit 100 next year. But fam, I'm not stopping at that. You know what I'm saying? I'm not stopping it. And that was part of my reason not hitting 100 in 2022. Oh, we finished on 100. No, let's finish on 99. Let's finish on 99 because I'm still hungry. I don't want to get satisfied to get 100 and then I get very complacent in 2023. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to hit it and keep going with it. So to find this balance, it's a balance that we need to learn to almost learn how to be in the present and be grateful, but still have the ambition and the tenacity to understand I have to keep up. I have to stay committed. I was thinking about this, family, from the perspective of sports, right? And I heard this, and I could be wrong. It was Michael Jordan, someone that have won multiple championships. And they said like the first one, that was easy. Like the first one, like it wasn't as hard as I thought. But it was the second and the third one that was hard because I had to increase my level of motivation. I had to increase my level of commitment. You know what I'm saying? Because now everybody gunning for me, right? Everybody coming for, especially when you become the champs. Oh, people gonna play that they best with you. Which sometimes when you think about just in our recency of like the New Englands of the world, the Golden State Warriors, the Chicago Bulls when my 90s, you know what I'm saying, best years, you know what I'm saying, how they continue to rise to the occasion. And I have to understand that they found a balance of understand, you know what, we're here. I mean, you can say LeBron as he continued to season after season, right? I'm good, but you know what? I got to increase my level of commitment because if I don't, that's not going to keep me here. I got to raise it because I'm going there. I'm going there. I'm here. I appreciate being here. I love here. Hey here. How's it going? But this is not where I stop because I'm going there. And in this step, you're finding your balance. And again, as I say, it's the balance between gratitude and ambition. That's the only words that kind of came to my mind. Maybe I'll continue to articulate this once I write a book. But finding that balance, living in the present, understand, you know what? Yes, we did it. But finding a balance of, you know what, there's still more we can do. And that again goes back to learning how to pivot, right? It goes back to getting a coach. You know what? I need to refine these skills. I need to refine these, right? I need to continue to practice on this. I need to continue to develop this skill, you know, all those things, right? Think about this. This is like a cycle, right? You got to continue to, it's a practice. These 7 steps finish what you start. These are practice, right? Designed to develop a practical mindset around finishing what you start, around finishing what you start. That hey, we celebrate the here. We understand that hey, what got us here not going to keep us here. That we have to raise our level of standard. We have to raise our tenacity. We have to raise these other areas, commitment, consistency, in order to get there. I don't know what there is for you, but for me, it's not here. It's not here. I know that, but I'm grateful for here. I'm grateful for here. Don't get me wrong. I'm grateful for here, but I know I was called there. I know I was called to be there. I know I was called to be there. I'm going to say that again. I was called to be there. Family, 7 steps to finish what you start. Get a coach. Pick your vision. Able to distinguish between discomfort and pain. Learn how to pivot. Ask for support. Have a standard. And finding balance between here and there. Family, I want to thank you again for tuning in. I want to thank you for subscribing. I want to thank you for all your support throughout this year. And I look forward to 2023. We have some good things. We have some good things coming. So be on the lookout. Have a wonderful holiday. Take this time to reflect. Take this moment to really be in tune. So understand that you were created for greatness. But no matter what life brings you, always love God, love self, love your neighbor. I'm your favorite neighbor, Jay Murray. Until next time, family, be blessed.